What's up, peeps? W Doubles back at you again. Part 2 of the update. Got more pawn shop pickups. Got to mention. I got a few things I picked up today, which I'm going to show first. And then I got a Black Friday order from Oldies. I went totally overboard, but they had some killer Black Friday sales online for Oldies, so amazing. Anyway, let's get right into it. Today's pickups, all at FYE besides, where's one here? I had to upgrade this. This was going for 7 bones. Blu-ray upgrade. I only got this on DVD. And I mean, this is some of the best effects. This is worthy of an upgrade in my opinion. Like, just some movies in my collection, I don't see justice. No matter how much I love them, I don't see the justice to upgrade a Blu-ray. But this is one I definitely feel like the Blu-ray necessary. Then looks like they've still got the sales on their IFC Midnights and Dark Sky films. If y'all have a FYE or Suncoast near you, go check them out. I got the Pact, $5, IFC Midnight release. Then I got Frankenstein's Army for $5, which is a Dark Sky Films release. I heard this was pretty badass effects for movies. I heard it's not really the best, but I definitely want to check it out. Looks like a pretty fun time to me. Speaking of fun time, I had to pick this up. If somebody has more information. Machine Girl Remix. I don't know if this is just the original film. It appears to be, but it rang up as 1.5. Machine Girl 1.5 when it came up at the register. This is only 3 bones, 2-disc edition, Tokyo Shock, Machine Girl, and then it comes with a bonus film, Machine Girl Light. So, I mean, if y'all tell me, I think this is just the original version, maybe like an extended cut or something. I don't know. I had to pick it up though. Just like I had to pick this up. I know this is coming out by Scream Factory. This was like $3.97, brand new. So I just had to pick it up because I love my midnight movie releases, and I don't have this one. I always wanted to see Tentacles. I've actually seen Empire of the Ants, and that was a pretty fun one. So glad to pick this up. I really wanted the Blu-ray copy, but I saw this and it said it had a limited edition comic book, so that sold me. I was like, I gotta pick this up now because I love the first Dead Snow. This one looks like it's more like over-the-top comedy. Looks like it's gonna be a fun-ass time. So speaking of fun-ass times, I recently picked this one up. Housebound, Macabre release. Yeah, this was a fun horror comedy. I highly suggest this one. This is a fun little ghost flick. Recently picked this one up. I heard shitty things on the podcast from Moods, but this was $1 at the pawn shop. 99 cents for the Tooth Fairy. And it's an old school Anchor Bay release, so I had to grab it. And I'm usually a pretty big fan of Magnet, what I've seen of them, so I picked this one up. Time Crimes. Yeah, I don't know anything about this one, but check it out. Like I said, I've quite a few Magnet releases I've enjoyed quite a bit. More $1 at the pawn shop all day. Got the Devil's Chair. Yeah, I know nothing about this, honestly, so, but excited to check it out. This one, I just didn't have in my collection. I've seen it. Not a huge fan at all. Survival of the Dead, George A. Romero. Yeah, not a fan. But Diary of the Dead, I actually did enjoy. I'm not a found footage kind of guy. Another one that was $1. This piqued my interest because it just said Martin Scorsese's executive producer, Frankenstein. Like, what? Scorsese? Like, they definitely just paid to use his name or something. I don't know. Maybe it's a legit Scorsese. Had more hands on than I thought on this, so I don't know. This was $3 at the pawn shop. The Trancers box set, volume 1. It's got Trancers 1 through 3. I have not checked these out, but I'm a big fan of the Doll Man. And now it has Tim Thomason, whatever his name is, in them. yeah, so I'm gonna check that out. I know they're more like sci-fi. It's like they're Starship Troopers, full moon. So, got this one. I just seen Corbin Burness. I mean, all I seen was Corbin Burnson, and I was like, yeah, I'm probably gonna get this. And D. Wallace Stone, that's Killer Instinct. Again, know nothing about this one, but for $1, what the hell? I was pretty stoked to come across this one. I've always heard about this movie. Let's finally get this on my, off my radar there. That is Let's Scare Jessica to Death. It's supposed to be like a 70s classic, so hell yeah. Glad to own that shit. And I'm going to say I heard this get talked about on the podcast as well. This is Monsters. So many movies. I don't remember what they said about this one per se. But yeah, it's another Magnet release, so I had to check this out. Monsters for $1. $3.95 at Dollar General. Teenage Space Vampires. And this was released by Full Moon. And one of their other lines, Pulse Pounders. There's like all kinds of cheesy shit, but oh man, that was probably a waste of $3 picking this up. But oh well. This was $1 at the pawn shop. Diddly squad about this one as well. Horror House on Highway 5. So anybody let me know what's up with that. And these are pretty cool little pickups for $5 a piece to win Animal Strike Back Volume 1 and 2 at Dollar General. This has the 70 version of King Kong, Orca the Killer Whale, and Congo, all in a triple pack. And this one is a Stephen King triple pack apparently. It has Graveyard Shift, Silver Bullet, and Pet Cemetery. And I really just picked this up for Graveyard Shift. I own the other two. But I do not own Graveyard Shift. All three pretty kick-ass movies. And heard so much hype I had to cave in and finally pick this up at Walmart. And I'm going to check this out. Found it's making lots of noise, supposedly really brutal. So hell yeah. Oh my god. Big Oldies haul. I got some box sets. I got all kinds of shibs. So let's start on the sides and see what's up here. Oldies haul. What's up? So yeah, seriously, like everything was over half off, 60%. So I got so much of these for anywhere from $3 to $4 a piece, maybe $5 a piece. There's a few box sets. Spent a lot of money, but I got a lot of movies for cheap as shit. And that is Witchboard: The Possession. This is part 2. Finally own this shit. I've been wanting to check these out. I love the original Witchboard. And I was hoping this was going to come in a box set, but that's what happens when you get something for $3.95, so you can't complain too much. This is the Zombie Pack Volume 2. It has Burial Ground, Flesh Eater, and Zombie Holocaust. So, fucking right. I want to check out all 3 of these flicks forever. And, yeah, Shriek Show, I'm hitting them up. And, speaking of Shriek Show, seen this was Frank Henenlotter, his Blu-ray for like $3. So I had to pick that up. That's Bad Biology, unrated edition. I'm a huge fan of everything I've seen Henenlotter, so I had to give that a peek. Oh man, more Tokyo Shock, and more Shriek Show. Kind of went crazy on the Shriek Show because that shit seems to go out of print. So I'm trying to collect all I can of this label right now. Oh hell yeah, I've heard great things about this one for a long time. This is when I first started watching YouTube reviews, hearing about, remember OD back in the day, and Spalding and all these cats talking about this shit. But yeah, this is HGL, Herschel Gordon Lewis's newest movie. I believe it's his last movie he put out. That is The Uh-Oh Show. It's supposedly like a fucked up game show where they got to do all kinds of torture and crazy stuff. Hey, it's Herschel Gordon. You know, it's going to be a good one. So then we got more cheap ass shit. Rikio. Finally got a copy of this. This is a fun ass movie. I have checked this out before. I got a Tokyo Shock release now. Stoked to have that. Over the top karate kung fu stuff. Then we got We Are Going to Eat You. This is a Tokyo Shock zombie movie that I know nothing about. There again, said collecting Tokyo Shock, so I'm picking up all this shit I can. This was all going super cheap on that sale. Oh yeah, and I got some more Shriek Show 3-packs. And that is Wicked Lake, Flesh for the Beast, and Werewolf Woman. I've heard some decent things about Wicked Lake, so pretty stoked about that. These were, like I said, these are all going for like $4. And that's crazy, I did not even notice that. It almost looks like two different films. This says Flesh for the Beast as well, with a different cover art, Late Fee and Shadow Dead Right, which is the whole reason I got this, starring Tony Todd. Seen the trailer for that, it looks kick-ass. What we got here, we got Patrick Still Lives. Had to snag that. Know nothing about that obscure sequel, but the original is badass. This was a Fangoria release, and I just got this because it was Paul Nashi and it was super cheap. Rojo Sangre, Fangoria International. So I don't know anything about this. Oh, and this is also released by Media Blasters. What do you know? So, kick ass. Then we got some more Euroshock collection. I'm trying to grab these when I can. This is the Sadistic Baron von Claus. Directed by no other than, man, Jess Franco. I'm slowly trying to get all his shit I can and check them out, man. They come highly recommended for my homie Mood, so. Then we got Scream. Greetings from. This is the original 80s, of course. This is not the New Age Scream. There again, released by Shriek Show, hitting it up. And this one, I knew nothing about. I'm pretty sure it is late 80s. Man, I didn't know nothing about this, but the cover art just really sold me. Thought it looked like some kind of theme park, or even like I guess like a closed movie studios, almost like a Universal Studios kind of thing. It's called Slaughter Studios. Yeah. I don't know jack shit about this. Looks like a cheesy ass slasher. Released by New Concord. Yeah. And then we got some more Shriek Show, and I was so glad this came as an actual box set. Been wanting to check this two of these flicks for a long time, and I'll end up checking them all. This is the Grindhouse Psychos triple feature, Cop Killers, Tenement, and Don't Go in the House. Really wanted to check out Tenement and Don't Go in the House for a long time. So. And it's Shriek Show box sets. And I thought this was going to come in a box set, and this is the Brick of Blood limited release DVD collection. But it's really, they're just all taped together. So I don't know about this. Unless it'll actually hold together somehow with the tape. It's kind of bullshit. But anyway, it comes with Night of the Living Dead. Like, I need another release of that. But it's got The Incubus. I really want to check that for a while. Mutant. I want to check that out for a while. Now I've got another copy of Syngenor. Synthesized Genetic Organism. That movie. Dark Forces. And then a movie just called Horror, which is actually by Dante Tomaselli. So, hell yeah. Check it all out. Sorry, peeps. Like I said, this was a gigantic order. And then I got the Tokyo Shock triple feature set. And this has Japanese Hell, Cursed, and Samurai Chicks. And we're going to be working on a Asian Horror Week on Top 10 Tuesdays. So I'm trying to get that shit up and get to watching. I do have a pretty decent selection of Asian horror. I highly enjoy these. 2 more Pete Walker collections. I believe I have the complete Pete Walker collection from Shriek Show anyway. And this is Home Before Midnight and The Flesh and Blood Show. I've not seen these, but I really like the other Pete Walker films that I own on there. He makes some pretty kick-ass shit. Like Frightmare a lot. And then I was so glad to pick this up. I missed this. I remember trying to pick this up at a local record shop and then going back and it wasn't there. So I finally got this for cheap. And this is The Janitor. This looks like some shot on video, low budget, super cheese. But he really kind of has a Trauma style look to it. And I love this cover art, honestly, so I had to pick it up. Oh, it's like old school VHS, straight 80s, all the way. Shriek Show Classics, which this is apparently Beyond the Door Part 3. That is a mock train. Looks crazy. Looks like some demon shit going on a train. Alright, boys, I'm trying to speed it through here. It's going crazy. Okay, I said more Shriek Show shit. This is Art of the Devil Part 3. I have the box set that has 1 and 2. So I had to get Part 3. Finally picked this up. It's like $4. So I can finally watch my copy of Part 2 I've owned for a minute. The Human Centipede. I've yet to see those films. Heard about them for fucking ever. Had to pick this up. This was a cheap ass documentary. It's like $2. Dario Argento, An Eye for Horror. This is apparently a documentary about Dario Argento. And I think I've actually checked this out on YouTube. There's a couple on there, so if you want to check it out on there. But it's cool to own it, and I'll give it a revisit. And I got a Shaw Brothers release of Black Magic 2. I have the first Black Magic. So, like I said, I'm trying to get my Asian horror up big time. And it being released by Shaw Brothers, I have high hopes for those. My homies Moods and Matt, You and Your Horror Movies, recently reviewed these on the body bags. So I got the double feature of Carnosaur 1 and 2, released by Roger Corman, I do believe. Or he produced on one of them, or both of them, or some shit. Yeah, both of them. Executive producer. And I knew nothing about this, but it's Shriek Show release, Dark Craving. It's gory and crazy. So they had all their Shriek Shows so cheap. Maya release. Been pretty impressed with what I've seen these guys release. I'm about to pick up some more. This is a Lamberto Bava movie called Dinner with a Vampire. So, hell yeah, I'm trying to get all my Bavas up. Lamberto and Mario. And, again, cheap shit, released by Tokyo Shock. Ichi Origin. So, hell yeah, that's a movie that goes with Ichi the Killer prequel. And the cover art looks so bad. I don't know, this movie might be a fantastic. Alien Dead. And I finally did it. Out of Oldies.com, of all places, I got a Dustin Mills movie, Bath Salt Zombies. Got my first Dustin Mills movie. Finally checking that guy out, man. Heard so much good things from everyone. And last but not least, they had a archive collection, Warner Brother Archive Collection sale. It's like 3 for $30. So I hit that up. I ended up getting 6. First one I got was 2 on a Guillotine. Oh yeah. I picked up all their horror releases, of course. Or most that I could. Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. Supposedly this was a classic too. I always want to check that one out. Boris Karloff targets. I read an interview the director of this film recently in the big Rue Morgue library collection, and it was, yeah, this sounds like a pretty intriguing flick just talking about the making of this, so I really want to check that one out. A horror film starring Charlton Heston, I believe. The Awakening. So hell yeah, dude. Charlton Heston in a horror film. Now this looks like a fun ass time. Crazy oversized hogs. Razorback. Okay, and last but not least, I've always wanted to check out this film. I've heard mixed things about the unrated director's cut released by Scream Factory recently. So I'm going to grab the theatrical version first, and that is Clive Barker's Not Breed, of course. So I'm going to check out the theatrical version, see what's up, and then eventually get the Scream Factory as well, and have the unrated and check that shit out. So, hell yeah, finally checking out Not Breed. Peeps, that was long, I'm sorry. Tried to fly through it as fast as I could. I appreciate y'all watching.